Hey. So what movie should we talk about today?
It's a tough choice. And we could talk about so many movies.
Really
How about the best movie of 1985? Back to the Future.
Ah, yes, indeed. I like that movie.
That's a good movie.
It really is. Like, movie still holds up, even with how exciting and how how good the characters are. Even over 30 years later, it's still a wonderful movie.
Yeah, I mean, besides obviously time travel paradoxes and whatnot, the only real controversy about this movie is that a white guy writes Johnny Be Good.
Yeah.
Which, I'm sure they didn't even think about that.
They didn't really think about that all the way through, yeah.
Or if they did, it was probably some executive asshole that's just yeah.
Yeah.
But, whatever. It is what it is now. I mean,
indeed.
As long as you know that it wasn't a white guy that wrote Johnny B. Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really classic.
Yeah, Back to the Future is one of those movies that you just you can always go back, watch it, and still have great fun watching it.
Yeah, I mean it's just a good movie.
Also, you get to see those little tidbits that you missed the first time.
Yeah, I mean, after a while you kind of pick up most of everything. But there are some very small things that people can still point out that even if you watch the movie a million times, unless you're looking for those specific things, then you wouldn't know that they're there.
True.
I watched a video on it, and there's one frame, or a couple of frames with Eric Stoltz. And it's just
literally
a flash of the side of his face when he punches
Biff.
Biff.
When he punches Biff.
And that's it.
I didn't know he was shooting for that short time. 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I did not think. I thought he was there for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
5 weeks, and then he broke the Biff's collarbone.
Yeah. Which that's pretty cool.
Yep.
But yeah, they always wanted Michael J. Fox for that role. And
yes, but he was
working on.
He was in charge.
I don't remember, but he was working on a different show.
I'll put the name on the show.
Yeah, but yeah, and then even when he did get hired after they fired Eric Stoltz, he only shot nights at first.
Yeah, because he was still shooting during the day. Yeah.
Until he wrapped that, and then they shot the rest of the day.
Yep.
But yeah, this has to be probably one of the first references that you get for anything time travel. Even when they do it in Endgame, they're
they mention
Back to the Future. It's one of the first things that they mention.
Mm-hmm. But time travel doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Which was smart of Endgame, they did their job and just being all don't think about any of that stuff. This is how we're doing it, and that's gonna be our explanation. So, bam, just cutting out any stupid questions about time paradoxes.
Yep.
Later on, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this movie really kind of started the craze of time travel movies.
Yes. Which, as we're going through Loki, we'll be doing more movies.
Doing more time travel movies.
You'll just have to see what other movies we talk about.
Yeah.
But
probably Terminator.
Well,
2.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
that one's
the best one.
Yeah.
It's the best one.
But
we'll talk about the beer first.
Well, yeah.
And then we'll talk about more of our favorite parts of the movie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Today we're drinking Toppling Goliath Brewing Co.'s Pseudo-Sue. It's got a cool purple and green dinosaur on it. Paleo, 5.8%. Citra hops, 45 IBUs.
Definitely get that citra hop.
Oh yeah, super citrusy.
Oh yeah.
There's some kind of tropical fruit notes at the end, but yes, like citrus is the number one note that you get.
Oh yeah. It feels like maybe a mango, like at the end, like at the tail end of the flavoring.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you definitely get like heavy like. It's not quite as bitter as a grapefruit. Maybe like if you put like sugar on a grapefruit, so it's not as bitter, but it's a little more sweet.
Yeah, it's definitely got a little tartness to it.
Yeah.
Maybe more like tangerine.
Yes. Okay.
Like a tart orange.
Like a tart orange. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice beer.
Mm-hmm. Very. That's probably one of the first times we'll say that about a pale ale.
I like pale ales.
Yeah. I
like them better when they're more like drier.
Okay, yeah.
This one's decently dry.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like full on like, you know, it feels like you need to take another sip after you take a sip.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Man, so Thursday after drinking this beer, I need another one.
Oh, I need another beer.
Yeah, I need another one to wash it down.
I'm parched. But yeah, like some of that nice juiciness and that citrus to kind of carry through kind of the dry hopped flavor to it. And yeah, makes for a very nice drinkable beer.
Yeah.
Not too high in alcohol. 5.8, you know, it's
5.8.
a little bit higher than your like lagers and
I think it was
stuff,
like what 45 IBU.
Yeah, 45 IBUs. So not really very hoppy.
No.
Decently, like as far as a pale ale goes.
Yeah,
but it's not super hoppy.
That's not super overwhelming.
It's not IPA size.
Yeah, no,
not even close. I will give them points though. Toppling Goliath Brewing Co. is like the most awesome name, and then using dinosaurs on your labels is just pretty dope. Yeah.
The other beer that they have for that I've had from them was also really good. And that was the double IPA.
Yeah,
that was really good. I really like that.
I tried that one too. It was very tasty.
Yeah.
And that one had a nice high alcohol percentage too. That one was really tasty. That one would have gotten higher points than this one. This one's still
very good.
Very respectable.
Yeah. I mean, I just, the only thing I really want is we had to look it up online what the percentage was.
The alcohol percentage is not labeled on this can anywhere.
Or the box.
Which, I mean, it's from Iowa, I think. And, you know, maybe the laws are different. But normally in California, you have to put the alcohol percentage on the can if it's over a certain percentage. It's like 3.2.
Yeah, it's 3.2.
It's pretty low.
Like that. Yeah,
it's pretty low, but you have to label it on a can.
Yes,
or somewhere in the description of the beer. They don't do that. But
yeah, super weird. Yeah, we looked through.
Don't show this video to anybody in authority. Don't want to be a snitch.
Yeah, well, I mean, like it's from Iowa. Again, we don't know their alcohol laws in the state, so I mean, it's most likely different. And since it comes from out of state, that's probably why. But it's a good beer. I will definitely buy more of their beers.
Maybe Iowa thinks 5.8 is still basically just a soda. That's how Russia was.
I mean, that's
how Russia was for a long time.
Yeah.
It's like anything under like 6 or 7% was considered a soft drink. So yeah, you could totally be getting freaking drunk in public, and they can't really do anything until you're like pissed drunk.
Yeah.
And then you're drunk in public.
Yep.
But yeah, fun fact. But yeah, I'd give this beer style, flavor, alcohol percentage, taste. Taste is flavor. Just saying the same words over again. I'd give this a very respectable 3.5.
I will agree with you on that one.
Like, it's not quite 4. I'd probably give it like a 3.8 if it was gonna, freaking thread the needle.
Nitpick a little bit more.
Yeah, I want to be really nitpicky, but I'm just gonna go with our basic.
Yes, just do the halves.
Half number scale.
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. It's a good beer. Definitely worth trying.
And we'll drink this again too.
Oh yeah.
If I'm looking for something not super high in alcohol, but
still respectable.
Like if I have a few of them, it'll still get me there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, and you're also probably wondering why we picked one with a dinosaur in it. If you were in California when the Back to the Future ride was a thing, there was a dinosaur in that ride, and when the DeLorean went back in time, it actually got swallowed by the dinosaur.
Man, I never went there in that time.
Oh man, I love that ride. It's the Simpsons ride now, which is essentially the same ride. It's just the Simpsons one now, which is still kind of weird, but because it's essentially the same thing.
Because it's still the same exact ride.
There's even a Doc Brown DeLorean time machine reference as you're waiting in line.
Wow.
So yeah, like I really like that ride. I like the Simpsons ride too, but I mean the Back to the Future one was just hit home a little bit more because we watched it as weird, like when we were kids.
Well, maybe they'll switch it back when they come out with another Back to the Future movie. Because you know how hot, soft reboots are.
Yeah.
Soft reboots, so hot right now.
Yeah, so Back to the Future had a lot of great movie points.
Great cast.
Great cast, yes. Even though, Robert Zemeckis recast Eric Stoltz because he thought it was a little bit too serious.
Yeah.
And he was playing the part a little bit too, a little too dark for the tone that he was going after.
Yeah.
And,
Michael J. Fox was perfect for that.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox just stole the show the entire time. It was
absolutely
great. They had to age Christopher Lloyd in that movie.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't quite the age that they wanted him to be.
Yeah, which is funny because, seeing this movie as a kid, I'm like, man, they make that guy look old. And then you see him now, and he looks almost exactly the same.
Exactly.
It's just weird.
Yep. There's a reference to Peabody and Sherman, the little shorts from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yep.
The rancher's last name is Peabody, and if you look in the credits, the kid is referenced as Sherman.
Yeah. Sherman Peabody.
Sherman Peabody.
Fun facts we learned.
Yep.
Watch the videos for research for this video. I don't know why I said that, but anyways.
Yeah, there's Henry Lloyd also did also is on in the beginning hanging off at the clock tower, the minute hand.
Oh yeah.
First 20 seconds of the movie, as it's panning through all the clocks, which actually that clock is actually 25 minutes slower than all the other clocks. Also, Henry Lloyd is not related to Christopher Lloyd. Just a lot of Lloyds like to hang off of clock towers.
Lloyd's hanging off of clock towers. It's so hot right now.
They wanted to film it in California.
Well, it was too expensive.
Pleasanton, or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, some picturesque town in California.
But they couldn't afford it, and they didn't want to suffer any setbacks into the filming, which there was already a lot. So they just filmed it at the Universal Studios backlot, which is in a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows, and first shown in the first episode of The Twilight Zone.
Neato. But hey, this isn't a fun facts about Back to the Future video.
But I like Back to the Future facts.
Well, yeah, we can sprinkle them in while we talk about the actual movie itself.
Yes.
What's your favorite part of the movie, man?
where his dad. Well, oh no, where he wakes his dad up.
Oh, with the Van
music,
Halen
the Van Halen track.
And this is how you sprinkle in the facts. Van Halen actually did that.
Yes,
and they didn't want to use Van Halen.
They couldn't.
The band name.
The producer for the band didn't give them the rights for it because they weren't sure that the movie was going to be a success.
But Eddie did.
They allowed him to. They allowed him to use his name.
And then he just was like, "Well, use my full name."
Yep.
Yeah, Edward Van Halen. And
which after what 20 years of like speculation, he finally confirmed it.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
So much fun on the top of this beer.
It's a very foamy beer. Yeah. What about you, man? What's your favorite part?
I'm not sure if my favorite part is the whole skateboard when he invents skateboarding.
Yeah.
Or when he invents black rock music. I still love that scene. You know, because Johnny B. Good is just a great song. And he plays it. He plays in the Chuck Berry version of the song, but he also plays it in the, Jimi Hendrix style.
Yes.
And then with a lot of the 80s, power metal and hair metal kind of licks thrown in there too.
Yep.
At the end.
Yeah, he references 4 musicians through that entire part.
Yeah. Pete Townsend,
Jimi Hendrix, Chuck Berry, and Angus Young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I don't think Michael J. Fox actually knew how to play guitar.
No, he didn't.
So he's just kind of going at it. For the most part.
But if you look at it, it looks believable that he's playing guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike a lot of movies where it's just like, just like, I'm holding the guitar, yeah. Like, my thumb is over here, and my fingers can only pluck the high E string.
Yep.
But, I'm playing guitar.
Yeah, I'm holding it, right?
They actually had a musician, show him how to hold and how to, pretend to play guitar.
Yeah.
And which is actually some chords and stuff to
one of the band members of his band.
Nice.
I think it was the blonde guy at the beginning of the movie with the ball cap and the glass and the
that would make sense. I mean, he was the bass player.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would probably be my favorite scene.
That was a good one. I did like that part.
I like that rendition.
This is your cousin. Marvin Berry? Well, listen to this.
Yeah,
look, there's no phone.
Oh, man, look at that. It's perfectly poured beer. I'm a genius at this.
So good. Yeah. So, when he wakes up his dad, he calls himself Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan.
Yeah. It's like that shirt you got me, oh man, I can't even remember what it says, but it references every single ultra nerdy fandom, like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, Harry Potter. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, that's just one continuous sentence.
Yep. Huey Lewis and the News, because of the success of Ghostbusters and that song that they stole, he wanted to be part of the movie that also had a hit song that took him places in movies and stuff like that. So he wrote 2 songs for this movie, specifically "Back in Time" and something Love. I can't remember the title of the song, but they're both in this movie, and I'll put the name of the title in there. But they're both great songs too. Mm-hmm. Both great songs.
None of them ever made it as popular as the Ghostbusters song.
No,
not nearly.
But I mean, people
the Ghostbusters song is also a song that you play for fun at Halloween parties.
True.
So I know, we're yeah, time travel paradoxes are a thing. Let's move on. But then, the whole ending of the movies always bothered me. For 1985 audience, it's definitely like, oh yeah, like wish fulfillment and like, oh, your family's just themselves but way better. But it's like, but you don't remember growing up in that house.
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember growing up where your brother's actually successful and your sister's less nerdy looking.
Well, she's also successful, but also not just like a homebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Biff is...
a pussy.
Yeah.
After getting punched in the face one time. Just completely castrated after that.
Yeah, like what? Like, well, I mean, I guess it's because like he knows that he can kick his ass.
Which also, what the hell? Friggin' early in the movie, like George goes for like a gut shot real quick, and Biff catches that like it's not even freaking anything. And then the shot that he hits him with is the most telegraphed, overdone freaking punch I've ever seen.
Yeah, gigantic haymaker, like way like telegraphed.
Yeah.
And like just like, oh, okay. It's not gonna hurt.
Yeah. Like, yeah. No, the punch from 3 inches away from your gut wouldn't have hurt. The freaking fully telegraphed, way over the top, his entire body's into a punch straight to your face.
Yeah.
That's gonna do some damage.
Exactly. You block.
Even if the guy has like no upper arm strength.
Yeah.
Like upper body strength.
You blocked the wrong one, bud.
Yeah. Like, come on. Freaking, come on. I do want his truck.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the movie. Like, I almost bought one, but it was just a little too expensive. I was like, can't justify spending this money, especially because the guy, like, in the description is like, oh yeah, you know what car this is. It's like, oh no, he knows it's the freaking Back to the Future.
The Back to the Future.
You jerk.
You did this on purpose.
Yeah. Dope truck though.
Yeah, very, very nice truck. I did. That's probably the earliest reason why I want trucks.
Definitely one of them.
Not even like a super like lifted or anything like that. Just a basic cool truck.
Yeah, cool ass truck.
Yeah.
I drive a truck.
But yeah, so like it was Doc Brown warns Marty about changing any single thing.
Oh yeah.
And he's there a week, and he changes like 5 different things.
He changes so many things.
He changes one like 2 minutes after being there.
Oh yeah, running over the tree.
Yep.
Yeah. At least it didn't stop that guy's motivation for opening up a shopping mall later on.
Right.
You know, when
selling off all the acres for the mall.
Yeah.
He had a penchant for breeding. He was trying to breed trees. It's like, what? What? No, that's not how trees work.
I mean, but no.
Yes, but no.
Well, yes, but actually no.
Oh, another tidbit, which not very, you can't read, it's very, like, quick. There's 2 newspaper clippings. One of them mentions that the Brown family loses, like, goes bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is the mansion goes up and explodes like a fire. And it seems like they're more recent newspaper clippings. So that kind of explains why Doc Brown kind of lives in a garage in the beginning of the first movie. So there's that tidbit.
Neato. It's gonna be my fun fact word now. Neato. Because it is pretty neat.
In the garage, he has the 3 pictures: the Einstein, Edison, and Benjamin Franklin. When you go back, he has 4. It's Newton, Einstein, Benjamin Franklin, and Edison. So people are speculating that because he invented time travel, that kind of takes away from the effects of gravity. after he invented the flying car. So, or maybe he just didn't have time to find it and put it up, or he lost it in the fire.
Very possible.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Neither.
I like it. Do you have anything else? I don't really have anything else.
No, I didn't prepare notes for this one.
I mean, it's Back to the Future. I've seen this
movie 1,000 times. I know what to talk about, and then, I forget stuff.
I mean, it's Back to the Future.
They remake it later on. Back to the Future 2.
Crispin Glover is recast in the second movie.
Yeah, the director hated him.
Yeah. Well, he also lost his voice in filming part of it because he got so nervous filming. He lost his voice, so he had to redub it later. Because apparently he had such a bad stutter trying to get it out. And also, Marty's girlfriend is recast in the second one.
Neato time!
There's a part where a cop investigates the science experiment.
Yeah.
So Doc goes to show him his permit, where he actually just bribes the cop, and the cop just leaves.
Yeah.
That part was cut, but not for bribing the cop part.
Yeah, not bribing the cop.
It was because Marty comes up to talk and is like, I think after dating my mom, I think I'm gonna be gay.
Yeah.
Which is so weird.
What? What? Who had that thought path?
There's no correlation.
Yeah. And if my mom touches my ding dong, I'm gonna be gay. What? Do you, because your mom touches your dick, suddenly you're so disgusted by a woman touching your penis that you're just going to become a homosexual right off the bat?
Yeah, no, that's... As
if it's just a thing that happens.
Exactly.
And I wonder if the writer who wrote that line was just at Christian camp or something. Apparently, if your mom touches your wiener, you turn gay.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, most of our moms changed our diapers at one point or another.
Right.
Jesus. Wouldn't it make more sense for your dad to make you gay if that happened?
Nothing about that line makes sense.
This whole thing is
no logic
so weird
to it whatsoever.
Either
it's
way,
just,
it's just stupid.
Who came up with that line? It's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Exactly.
Not ever, because I've heard some people talk, but
especially these days,
it's pretty bad.
Exactly. Yeah. It's God, it's so bad.
Just in how inherently stupid it is.
Yeah. Exactly. It's why?
Yeah. When I found that one out, I'm just it just I had more questions about that than I did about any of the time travel paradoxes.
Exactly.
And I'm just okay. Yeah. Sorry to make such a big deal of it. It's really confusing.
It's confusing. It's stupid. It's what? Where did you even think of that?
Yeah. Who thought of that? And then how did it get so far that they decided to use that final... they made a final take of it, and they had to cut out a whole chunk before it in order to make the frames line up and to make the story still line up without having any really weird random cuts or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Michael J. Fox didn't read that line and be all what's that supposed to mean?
Right.
Christopher Lloyd was just yeah, that sounds perfectly normal. The writer who came up with this is so this is going to be a hilarious line. Yeah, other than that, I don't know. I thought I'd be more prepared talking about this movie. I'm less prepared than I expected, but you've all seen Back to the Future.
It's a great movie.
It is.
You could watch it 1,000 times and still not get bored.
Yeah.
Obviously, we still watched the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Watching the movie. Probably gonna end up watching it within the next, couple of months.
Yeah. Day or so.
Is it on TV right now?
Not right now, but I think in the next day or so. I think it's
and you never know; it could pop up at any time.
True.
Here's to you.
Here's to me.
Afterlife of Charlotte Day.
What chance we disagree?
That's great.
Here's to me.
That's literally a sip. Yeah. Got a mustache here in my mouth.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.